Tesla's challenges appear to be intensifying as the electric vehicle company, led by Elon Musk, experiences significant revenue declines across Europe, according to government data. In the final quarter of 2024, 597 new Teslas were registered in Sweden. In the first quarter of 2025, that figure plummeted to 524, a 90% drop. Some attribute this decline to CEO Elon Musk. Tesla didn't merely falter in Europe, it nearly vanished, with factories idling and Musk's empire facing rejection in a region that once embraced it. This isn't solely a European revolt, it's a strategic replacement, and Tesla is being sidelined. Who orchestrated this downturn? Why are competitors like Renault and BYD capturing Tesla's market share? How long before Wall Street mirrors Europe's shift? By the end of this report, the cracks in Tesla's foundation will be unmistakable and the collapse will feel imminent. In late 2024, Tesla's sales in Sweden plummeted dramatically. The 90% year-over-year drop in registration sent shockwaves through European auto analysts, shaking Tesla's confidence in a market known for its environmental consciousness. Sweden was once a stronghold for Tesla's sleek image and green appeal, but the numbers now tell a different story. The question isn't what went wrong, it's how it unraveled so rapidly. Beyond the numbers, the shine has faded. Swedish buyers, educated and principled, began viewing Tesla not as a symbol of progress, but as a company misaligned with their values. Complaints about delays, subpar service, and rising insurance costs surfaced. The cool factor that once made Tesla irresistible now feels hollow. Something broke, and it wasn't just customer service. In early December 2024, a Stockholm-based mobility think tank poll revealed a stunning shift. Only 12% of Swedish EV buyers considered Tesla, compared to over 60% 18 months prior. This wasn't just price sensitivity, it was a cultural fracture. The trigger became clear when a Scandinavian labour dispute escalated into international headlines, turning a sales crisis into a symbolic revolt. What began with Swedish customers turning away grew into a broader threat to Tesla's European future. The first escalation came from dock workers. When Tesla refused to sign Sweden's collective bargaining agreement with IF Metal, the country's largest metalworkers union, it rejected a national tradition. In Sweden, collective bargaining is sacrosanct, almost constitutional. Tesla's refusal was seen as an affront to the nation's social fabric. Dock workers in Gothenburg, a major port, stopped unloading Tesla vehicles, triggering a ripple effect. Postal workers halted license plate deliveries for Tesla buyers. In a country where labour solidarity is a civic cornerstone, the industrial system closed ranks. Cleaners, maintenance staff, and even janitors at service centres refused to cross the symbolic picket line. This wasn't about wages, it was about respect. Swedish unions saw Tesla's stance as American-style corporatism, invading a consensus-driven democracy. By mid-November, 10 unions had joined the blockade. Daily headlines in Svenska Dagbladet and Dagens Industri tracked the growing resistance, noting Tesla's public relations team went silent as pressure mounted. Tesla's attempts to bypass the blockade, routing shipments through non-union ports and outsourcing services only, deepened the backlash, eroding trust further. As international observers took notice, Tesla's conflict became philosophical, not just operational. The rebellion wasn't against electric cars, but against the culture of the man leading them. If you're finding this insight valuable, hit that subscribe button to join Drive Fed Danny and help us reach our goal of 1,000 subscribers for more hard-hitting news like this. By year's end, Swedish discourse shifted from contracts to Elon Musk himself. National op-eds questioned whether Musk's ideology aligned with Swedish society. The answer was increasingly no. In Sweden, social responsibility is a lived expectation, not a branding tactic. Companies are judged by how they treat people, not just their products. Musk's refusal to negotiate, his disdain for unions, and his libertarian corporate stance clashed with Scandinavian values. His social media posts mocking labour protections and amplifying anti-regulation rhetoric fueled the fire. Tesla's legal argument that it followed Swedish law and wasn't obligated to sign collective agreements was technically correct, but culturally tone-deaf. Analysts noted no major company had so brazenly sidestepped union representation. Cultural figures weighed in. Swedish comedians mocked Musk's bravado, environmental influencers urged buyers to consider Volvo or Polestar, and the Swedish Prime Minister suddenly remarked on respecting Nordic collaboration models. The fallout spread beyond Sweden. Danish media asked, "Will we be next?" as Labour federations issued solidarity statements. German union leaders warned Tesla's Berlin Gigafactory must not follow the same path. In France, iPads speculated the era of Tesla admiration was ending. Europe's interconnected media amplified the story, making Sweden's standoff a continental issue. Political leaders in Belgium and the Netherlands referenced it in foreign investment ethics discussions. Even in the UK, commentators took notice. Tesla wasn't just losing a country, it was losing trust across a continent. Consumers, skeptical of Musk's political entanglements and erratic online presence, turned to alternatives. Search trends showed rising interest in Renault's Megane E-Tech, Volkswagen's ID series, and Chinese models like BYD's Dolphin and Seal. Tesla, once the showroom leader, slipped in curiosity and confidence. This wasn't a traditional boycott, it was a quiet re-evaluation of Tesla's role in Europe's vision. The continent that once welcomed Musk's disruption now drew lines, asking what future it wanted and who should build it. The Cybertruck's European debut epitomised Tesla's missteps. Marketed as a tough, futuristic pickup, it met disbelief and mockery. Its angular, tank-like design clashed with Europe's cobblestone streets and narrow lanes. French journalists called it a war machine without a war, while Germans questioned its fit in Berlin's parking structures. Crash test data raised concerns about pedestrian safety, complicating compliance with Europe's strict standards. In Italy and Denmark, test vehicles were denied street certification. The Cybertruck became a metaphor for Tesla's European strategy, bold but out of touch. Urban buyers in Oslo, Amsterdam and Milan rejected oversized vehicles, favouring compact, efficient options. Competitors seized the moment. Volkswagen emphasised European craftsmanship and worker protections, with slogans like "Built in Wolfsburg, not Texas." Renault Zoe and Megane E-Tech became guider choices for families seeking eco-friendly vehicles without geopolitical baggage. Volvo leaned into safety and refined design, while Stellantis pushed affordability and reliability. These brands offered identity alignment, forcing Tesla buyers to question whether they were buying a car or Musk's persona. Market share shifted, Volkswagen's EV sales surged in the Netherlands, Renault grew in Scandinavia, and Volvo reclaimed urban segments. Dealerships promoted alternatives with slogans like "Trade in your Tesla, upgrade to peace of mind." Tesla's political favour also waned. Belgium suspended tax rebates for EVs failing local Labour criteria, targeting Tesla. Germany slashed charging infrastructure funding for non-union companies. Cities like Brussels and Copenhagen denied Tesla charging privileges, and municipal fleets dropped Tesla from procurement lists. In France, proposals restricted subsidies for companies with anti-social labour practices. Tesla's refusal to engage with unions and Musk's provocations turned it into a political liability. Internally, Tesla faced chaos. The Berlin Gigafactory became a financial drain, with production missing projections for 6 months due to equipment delays, labour disputes and supply chain issues. A weakening euro inflated costs, while revenue shrank, straining margins. Finance leaders warned of a burn rate spiral, with Europe's losses outpacing cash flow growth. Layoffs and freezes were debated, and confidence in the boardroom waned. Tesla's response was a rumoured city-focused EV, Project Baltic, priced under €30,000 for Europe's urban markets. Leaked images suggested a compact, minimalist design, but no production timeline or prototype existed. Importing from Mexico or China raised doubts about its European fit. Investors whispered about vaporware, and markets grew impatient. Institutional investors began retreating. A Belgian pension fund cut Tesla holdings by 15%, a French ETF rebalanced toward Renault, and Zurich's largest asset manager divested entirely, citing governance risks. Tesla dropped from European ESG fund stock holdings. Analysts called it death by 10,000 reallocations, noting Tesla's lost goodwill. Stockholders demanded answers. What's the plan for Berlin? Why is Model Y demand cratering? Where's the compact EV? The quiet loss of faith was more dangerous than panic. Don't miss out on updates like this. Subscribe to DriveFed Danny now and help us hit 1,000 subscribers to keep delivering the truth. China's BYD and France's Renault filled the vacuum. Renault's Megane E-Tech, marketed as sustainable and union-built, saw double-digit registration growth. BYD saturated Norway, Denmark and the Netherlands with affordable models, placing dealerships near urban hubs. Tesla was squeezed by Renault's local loyalty and BYD's global ambition, becoming irrelevant in the Nordic region within 9 months. Regulators and journalists sealed Tesla's fate. The European Commission investigated Tesla's labour practices, citing wage disclosure inconsistencies and anti-organising behaviour. Media outlets like Der Spiegel and Le Monde exposed whistleblower dismissals and safety complaints, recasting Tesla as an outsider flouting European norms. Tesla's summit invitations dried up, and ministers stopped mentioning Musk in climate talks. Europe's EV adoption surged without Tesla. New charging stations appeared in Romania, Belgium and Portugal. Fleets transitioned to electric in Dublin and Warsaw. Volvo outsold Tesla's Model Y in Denmark, and Fiat tailored EVs for Italy's cities. Charging infrastructure shifted to open-access designs, diminishing Tesla's supercharger advantage. Tesla faded from ads and showrooms, no longer essential. Europe once saw Tesla as the green revolution's leader, offering subsidies and factory access.